Hi, Dane. Over here. It's over here. I saw that you said during your interview on the radio just a few minutes ago you had no idea who Yaxel was at all. You had no idea?
No, I didn't.
You did. Was that
not to the scout?
Was that intentional? Just not looking at who other guys were, or just?
No, I just I didn't know he was. I didn't know he was preseason player of the year until we had the scout on him. I knew he was good, but I didn't know all that. I just ain't see it. No disrespect, but I just ain't see it.
How you feel about starting again today? How was that like for you?
I mean, it was good. I just came out just ready to play, focus on winning. So.
PJ, the 9 assists, was that a different in mindset for you? Like, what kind of led to that, and what was going so well offensively?
Really just trying to make the game easier. Feel like I'm a tough shot maker, but in reality, I'm just trying to get my teammates involved. They got hot early, and then I was able to find my groove later in the game. But really just trying to find my teammates, get them going early, and that's what happened.
Last week, Penny said having all those turnovers last week was embarrassing. It seemed like you guys came out with a conscious effort to not have as many. Did you take it personal not to have that many turnovers going forward?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the less turnovers, the more possessions you get. As you see, you got 100 points. So I think we had, I don't know how many turnovers we had, but I know it was less than what we normally get. So just having more possessions and everybody just eating off, not being able to, taking care of the ball. Yeah.
Dane, you're a non-traditional big. Do you watch any other bigs to kind of get, because you got the footwork finishing with the left hand, the right hand. Do you watch any film of other bigs to kind of like pattern your game after, or you just go with the flow as you go? Because you were cooking tonight.
Yeah, I just take what the game gives me. Kind of player who I like watching is Nas Reed. He's kind of one of my favorite players. Just the way he can put the ball on the floor, make passes, and just his touch. So.
PJ, you're familiar with UAB, and now playing in this rivalry with Memphis, what's it like to be on this side playing against a team like UAB?
Yeah, we played them last year. We lost, but be able to come to a different team, new area, just being able to beat them, it was a great experience. Crowd was loud. It was just fun to be able to just have fun out there with my teammates and be able to come out with the win in a rivalry game.
You got the nod to know that you were starting. Did you get that information, before the game, or this was something that we already knew?
I think it was 2 days before the game. That really doesn't matter to me. Every game, even if I come off the bench, I'm trying to just bring the same energy. I just felt like today, I got it going early, and I just found a rhythm.
Speaking of getting it. Sorry, right here. Speaking of getting it going early, your first dunk. Can you walk us through that? The dunk and then the sort of the flourish afterwards?
Yeah, I dunked the ball, and then I ain't want to just come down to hurt myself, so I kind of pulled and just, yeah. Next question.
So just talk about that as like sort of setting the tone. I mean, it wasn't necessarily like the play of the game, but did you feel like it set the tone? Like, again, not just the dunk, but the.
Yeah, I felt like it was a good play, but I just coming out with good energy the whole time. I felt like today was one of my better defending games. So yeah.
PJ, if you think back maybe to UConn game, Ole Miss game, like today's first half, how would you put that in perspective in terms of like best half in the season? Not point differential or anything, but just in terms of like things going right.
Yeah, I think that was one of our best first halves. I think everybody got in a groove. Everybody got easy shots, so it made our offense look better. We locked in on defense, and we just boxed out, didn't allow a lot of rebounds. And then it showed. We put a lot of work in practice, just clean up the details, just learning from our mistakes, and that's what showed today.
What's the most points you've had in a half this season?
In the back, fellas. This is a question for both of you guys in the back. not every day you touch 100 points, but the way you guys hit it with PJ hitting that 3 there at the end, obviously he had 14 off the bench. Why did you guys react the way y'all did in the way that closed that game?
Nah, PJ, we was talking about this before the game. He was like, "I'll need my ISO." And we was like, I bet. So got the ball in his hand. We had 97. It was his time for the ISO, so everybody just standing up. And we just was just excited when he made it.
Did you guys feel like we won 100 points in this one?
Yeah, we for sure won the 100 points. It was a good shot by PJ. Shout out PJ Carter. For sure.
Yes, sir. While we talking about PJ Carter, I love the way how you guys have great chemistry. So what's it like to see PJ Carter kind of step his game up as this season progresses?
Yeah, I feel like he's came a long way. I feel like the coaches was on him earlier, but I feel like he just showed a lot of maturity and was willing to, just grow and learn from the coaches and get better. So, props to him.
Time for a couple more. Jerry?
Hey, PJ, just an overall big picture. Do you look at the conference standings and look what you have to do in order to get to the regular season conference standing, or do you take much out, or you just focus on one game, the next game, you don't look at the big pictures of the conference?
Nah, I try to live my life in the moment. So just living in the moment, just focus on every game, because I don't really try to look in the future. Just try to take every game as it is, but nah, I don't.
Last two in front, Sam and then Parth.
PJ, this is your second year in this league. UAB was picked to win the AAC preseason. Is that something that you take personally, that they were picked to win? Is that maybe why you wanted to run the score up at the end, or what happened there?
Yeah, I seen they was picked above us earlier in the season. Wasn't really personal. It might have been a little personal, just wasn't really that personal. But yeah, just be able to come out strong and just win by 20 plus means a lot, especially at home in front of our fans, and just be able to not let them come back in the game. Sometimes we allow teams to do that, but just expanding the lead, just winning by a large margin was exciting basketball.
Parth, last one.
Question for either or both of y'all. Y'all might have kind of already touched on it, but what were these last 3 days of practice like with, the performance that y'all weren't satisfied with against Wichita State coming Thursday, just 3 days turnaround to get to today? How are you able to implement really anything of substance in just 3 days to have this sort of turnaround?
Yeah, I feel like it was just a lot of film study individually and as a team. Just seeing how we can come out better, cut down on the turnovers. It was just the little things for us. I feel like just making an extra pass or ball fake, swinging it. Just not being in such a rush. Just having full control over the game.